I wonder if you can carry on like my sister Glennis, or really, that's the question I want to ask you. You can carry on like my sister Glennis?
Well,
they gonna have to carry you out the house?
If need be.
You can throw out the mace?
No, see.
If you throw out the mace, I'd vote for you, you know.
Well, the mace is part of the things that ought to be thrown out in our society.
Okay.
The mace is something that's been inherited.
Okay.
Something that we do not even understand.
Okay.
And I believe that it is something that is oppressing our people, quite frankly. I believe that.
Okay.
That symbolically it's there as a tool of oppression.
So when you run out,
every single time,
you run out, you can throw it out then?
Absolutely. I think that we ought to be at the stage where we could not necessarily throw it out in that fashion, but go to Parliament after speaking with our people and say, you know what, we are now at a stage where we could determine our own destiny, not something that was given to us by our colonial masters. And we believe that this mace is something we ought to rid ourselves of. We need not have people bowing to the mace, even though they say they bow to the speaker. But the mace is in front of the speaker. They bow to him. What are they bowing to?
They don't know.
They do not know.
Yeah.
And this is why I have a concern about it, because we are just 300,000 people.
But Paul, you know,
and we can't police this, and we have to understand
I don't hold you
that.
to this, you know. I mean, if you win St. Cecilia election, I know you. Well, okay, when you win the St. Cecilia election, sorry, Mother Pratt, I hope you don't run. I don't want you to lose like that with this brother on the move. But when you win that seat now, and you sitting in the House Assembly, you know, if you turn like those other lawyers, I can be the first one to point it out to the nation, you know.
Well,
I don't want you to feel no offense if I start wagging my fig and say, Brother Moss, you remember when you came on the reality show and you tell me you're not going to be like these other lawyers? Because really, you know, Brother Moss, the people of St. Cecilia, and I know for a fact, the people of Engliston, and I know for a fact, the people of Camp Road, and I know for a fact, the people of Fox Hill, the people of Baintown, the people of Bimini, the people of Inagua, the people of Acklands, they sick and tired of our political structure. They want something refreshing.
Yes.
And Brother Moss, I passed my sell-by date. But I want to see some young blood turn this thing around the same way I was able to humble myself and apologize to you today. The Prime Minister to come before the nation and apologize. I'm sorry. We got it wrong for the last 50 years. We will get it right now. We got Brother Moss here, and we're going to work with him. Can you work with them?
Of course.
Y'all could bury your political differences?
Oh yes, we can. I think we must.
Well, if you don't, I can be the first one on you, you know.
We must do so. And I tell you that, you know, the Bahamas is sovereign.
Okay.
And the House of Assembly is the place where they make laws.
Okay.
We can make laws to make this right.
Okay.
And that's the starting point. At the head, that's where it starts. We must make it right. And we cannot anymore allow the people to be oppressed. We have been oppressing our people. Okay. And we oppress them every single day. And they want to know how, every single day, that we do not pass laws to protect citizens in this country, to protect our children from all kinds of crime, and just allow the country to be chaotic. And by contrast, what we do is run to Parliament to pass laws for international organizations. International persons come to our shores, but we neglect the very people that actually gave us the opportunity and the privilege to serve them.
Well, what is it that impels our leaders to the dance, to the song that's played by these international organizations to pass these legislation without any serious investigation or examination?
Well,
most of them haven't read the treaties.
There's no doubt about that.
Only about 2 or 3 people in the country read it.
There's no doubt about that.
You probably read it, and probably my friend Brian Marie.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Well, see,
I don't think the minister read it, and I don't think his prime minister secretary read it.
Because clearly, if you read it, then you'll see the inconsistency with what they want to do. If an agreement, and I'm talking specifically about WTO, World Trade Organization, and also the EPA, Economic Partnership Agreement.
Yeah.
These agreements.
I thought it meant something else, but you can't say it on air. but Moss, we got to take a break. But when we come back, I want to go into that.
Okay.
Because I think that the way we evaluate what we're doing is really part of the problem. We can take a little break and listen, man, Brother Moss, we really need 2 hours with you, man. We're going to be right back. Thank you.
A long time coming, but I know a change gonna come. Whoa.
Hey, how you doing? I'm jazz pianist Marcus Johnson, and when I'm in the Bahamas, I watch JCN Channel 14, and I listen to no other than Love 97. Much love. Peace.
A long time coming, but I know.
Okay, we were just, before we took the break, Brother Moss was just getting into the treaties that our country has been entered into, like the WTO organization that we want to become part of, and the EPA.
Right.
We started this discussion on that about the failure of our country to analyze what they're getting themselves into.
Mm-hmm.
And just signing because somebody's playing a tune for them. Brother Moss, I cut you off when we took the break.
And they signed these things because I think they are fascinated with being what I call in good company. To look across the room and see that, you know, oh wow, across there's some world leader that I've seen on television, so he agrees that I'll sign it as well.
Yeah.
But the irony is this. You want to talk now about the Bahamas trying to, for example, feed itself, agriculture, fisheries. Yet, the very agreements that you signed is telling you that you cannot protect those people and those industries in your own country.
You think they knew that when they were signing it?
No, but they will defend it even more than they will defend the actual policy of trying to ensure that we are able to feed ourselves and protect our farmers.
Yeah, yeah.
They will defend the WTO and EPA with a high degree. Over and above, they will defend the farmers and the policy to feed yourself.
So you think the farmers really haven't got a fair deal?
Oh no, I mean, think about it. Think about it.
Any government?
No.
PLP number 1,
But see,
PLP number 2, FNM number 1, FM
no,
number 2, any of
I
those
believe
governments?
the first PLP had it right. Of course, everything's straight. Everything is straight now. And you know, these guys now are calling themselves New Age.
Okay.
And so they go with the new stuff that's out there. But the reality is that unless you can feed yourself, you really ought not to describe yourself as a nation, as a country.
Okay.
Because you
feel we're capable of feeding ourselves?
We are capable because of technology. We are capable. We are.
I could grow pigeon bees.
All right, we are capable. But see, the thing is this: those agreements are telling you that you must eliminate custom duties.
Okay.
At the same time, you cannot put up any barrier, what they call either it's a trade barrier or a non-tariff barrier, whatever it is, to restrict food coming into your country. Now that's telling me this, that if a farmer is in Eleuthera growing pineapples, the government of the Bahamas has said that, look, we will allow Dole or whoever is out there to bring in their pineapples as well with no duties.
And we can't even restrict the genetically modified stuff?
No, and this is another danger.
So you mean if I don't want my country to have any genetically modified plants, and I make that decision as a nation, they can force us to...
They will force you to do so. In fact, we do not know now what is coming into our shores. We see in the proliferation of cancer in this country.
We don't know putting that on
I mean, it's really concentrated in the Bahamas, it seems like. And we do not know where it comes from our food.
We've always been a dumping ground.
We don't know. We don't know because of I submit leadership. Leadership would say, look, we want the best for our people. And this is a good opportunity for us to do so. But when we become fancy, put on our suits, go up down to these organizations around the world and sign away the very inheritance that the Bahamians put you there to protect, then you open the gates of the city to allow all the country to come in to pollute your people, to kill them off before their prescribed time for death, and then we have our...
So what's the way out, Paul? I mean, we've signed the treaty. We seem to be on a irreversible path towards implementing it. I know the minister has said, well, we don't have plenty of time to come into compliance, but if you kind of radically alter your tax structure and you're not going to rely on import duties anymore, it takes, to my mind, at least 10, 20 years to develop a alternative tax structure, doesn't it?
No, but